qualify for an additional $15,000 bonus if you were to pass your NCLEX and your English exam within 18 months of joining the program. So that's about a year and a half. It is an adequate amount of time, but you would have to be on top of it, right? But that's the whole goal. We want to get you to the United States as quick as possible. Miss Julia. So Julia and I, our team, so on the front end, my main team is recruiting, right? My main team is recruiting you guys, healthcare professionals, talking to you about the benefits and about our agreements and our assignments and why you would want to join our program. And then my second team is Miss Julia's team, which is our International Program Associates. And what their whole goal at Carousel is to get you guys, to get your visa petition filed successfully with USCIS. And that includes passing your NCLEX if you don't have it, getting your USRA license, passing your English exam, knowing exactly what documents to submit to USCIS to get a successful approval. So Julia's team does this day in and day out, and they're experts in this. So we're going to talk a little bit about some of these things. Is IELTS required to join our program?
No, so IELTS is not required to join the program. So there are certain countries that you can be exempt from if you were educated with one of those countries, exempt from having to take an English exam. However, if you're not exempt, IELTS is not required to join. We want to focus on the NCLEX first, just because the NCLEX, it doesn't expire once you take and pass. Once you pass it, you're good, you're done. For IELTS or any of the other English exams that are now accepted by CGFNS, they're only good for 2 years. So we'll focus on NCLEX first and then kind of go on to the IELTS exams.
Awesome, all right. So yeah, she had touched on, just to cover that a little bit more. Have you heard the news that CGFNS is accepting additional English exams now for the visa screen certificate? Yeah, it's like OET, PTE, TOS.
OET, Pearson.
There's a lot of acronyms. So there are some new ones out there. Just to kind of give you guys a little bit of further information on that though, not every state, so every state in America has different laws and regulations in terms of licensure, right? And so it's very complicated. If you tried asking questions about it, I would have to ask our licensure team because I can't memorize all of them. But the different English exams are great for the visa screen certificate, which is good to take to your embassy interview. However, they're not all accepted by every state board of nursing yet. So there's a lot of work going on right now with CGFNS and NUCL. They're doing a lot of, they're trying to support all of these boards to have further information to know why they should accept them. PassportUSA will help you navigate that. So if you choose to take a different exam, we will support you in that, and we're fully behind you in that. We just will give you the right expectations for maybe what state you can be placed in. IELTS is still the most widely accepted one. The IELTS academic is the one that we usually promote you taking, but we can help you through that and guide you through that process. Julia, if I don't have my English exam, such as IELTS, how does PassportUSA help with that?
Yeah, so once you take and pass the NCLEX, we're going to focus on your I-140 filing so we can get started with your petition. And while your petition is being filed for, we're going to enroll you in the IELTS Academy program. So like Erica mentioned, IELTS is the one that we focus on the most just because it is the most widely accepted. But we have great online study programs because working as a nurse, you have some crazy shifts. You're working night shift, you're working 12 hours. So the great thing about these online programs is that you can do it at your own time whenever you have free time available. So we'll set you up with those, and then we'll actually have you work with our IELTS program manager, Kathy. She actually is an IELTS examiner over the weekends. So she can give you some great tips, tricks on what it is that you need to do to take and pass the IELTS. She can do a mock IELTS exam with you, give you a grade, let you know what it is that you need to work on, what study programs you should be enrolled in. And so she's a really great resource for our nurses to help them with taking and passing the exam. We also have our conversation partner program.
So she told me she had a conversation partner. She was very excited about that. So she talks to that person once a week. And people in our office love it. So we actually ask for volunteers from Carousel. We have 600 employees-ish now internally. So we will ask them, to volunteer to talk to you guys, and it gives them a way to connect to the work that we're doing in our international divisions. They actually enjoy it a lot. They get to learn about you guys, they get to learn about culture in the U.S. It's